So, Tyler, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us for a little bit. Why don't we go ahead and dive right in? Hugh is ready. What class are you playing, Hugh?
Oof, I mean, only the best. Berserker. All right, so I say we're getting in with that Berserker.
That didn't sound anything like Thief.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Thief. That's what I meant.
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Thank you. Thank you. Tyler is now my favorite.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right, so let's see. We're going to just kind of look around in the World versus World map and talk about it. Let's start. This is for guilds, so do they have to do anything to prepare, or can they just run in and start claiming things?
Well, so first thing is guilds will need to have a guild hall.
And why wouldn't you, really?
Yeah, exactly. Before you can claim something in World v. World, your guild will have to have a guild hall, and that is in part for progression and also to be an anti-griefing mechanism. We don't want people with just one guild showing up, claiming an important objective, and denying other people on your team the opportunity to claim it.
Yeah, who want to do it legitimately.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So when players are at the objective, when it flips, it's captured, the guild with the most players at that objective will have first priority to claim it. Obviously, that is, so if you have 20 guys from ZOS there, then those guys get first pick. Then the 5 guys from ABC get their pick.
Okay.
If they pass on it, there's a third. If there's a third guild participating, they get priority after 3 guilds have all passed, or if there weren't even 3 guilds to begin with, then anyone can claim the objective that's on that team.
All right, so get yourself a guild hall.
Yeah.
And we'll show off that stuff in game as well here in a second. Yeah. We're going to do that. So.
All right, so that's kind of how priority works. What about the benefits and tiers of these? Do you want to go through those, and Hugh can show us on his glorious winged Daredevil?
So probably show
Sorry,
off
I can't help it.
the new UI that we have for clicking on objective markers.
So click on this guy right here.
Yeah. Supply camp. And so this first piece of UI, sort of the general panel, it will show you all of the types of upgrades you're used to seeing in World v. World on Live now, like guards on your caravans, having more supply at the depot, having your guards level up, having patrols show up. And then the second tab is the one that's important for us for guild claiming. And there's 2 types of upgrades. In the middle there is the tactics, and then these are active upgrades where you're going to pull a lever, and there's a lever for each tier of tactics at every objective. And then there's the improvements, which are the passive upgrades, and these are things like making gates only take damage from siege weapons, so players can't just beat on them.
No more PvP?
Yeah.
All right.
So
why don't we go ahead and just show off taking this guy.
Go ahead and capture that supply camp, and then we'll show off actually claiming an objective.
Let's see. Let's see how many guys are here. It's like not enough. Is what I'm saying.
Do you want to spawn some moose? Will that help?
Oh God! No, I'm getting wrecked. I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Eagle-eyed observers might notice that we are marking supply depots on the map now. That was feedback from our last World v. World stress test, that it was often difficult to find them.
I've heard that Hugh is bad.
Oh, but it's real bad today, boys. All right, we're gonna give him a chance here. And,
are you keyboard turning?
Yeah. Do not start.
That's the only way to play. Instant kill. Look at that.
Yeah.
Whew, thank God for that 1 health.
Oh, man. Just really keeping me alive.
Berserker's really strong.
Yeah, Berserker's really good, guys. I showed it off really well there. I'm going to blame that on this isn't my keyboard. Because, if I have my keyboard, it would be fine. Naturally. That's what it was. It's the mouse, too. The mouse just sucks.
Tyler, what do you do on Fridays at noon from now on? Just no reason. All right, so you got it.
Whoa, what's this? You get
what?
New UI pops up that says you have the option to claim McLean's encampment. You have 19 seconds to press that button, Hugh. What are you going to do?
You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. I feel
claim
good.
It for swag.
Swag.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and claim that bad boy.
If any other guilds had been participating, they would also be listed below Hugh's guild. as having second or third claim priority there, so you have an idea of, even if you pass, which guilds you're potentially passing it to.
Okay. So here are people that can have it if you deems it necessary.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
I could relinquish my spot and let the next go, and so on and so forth.
Are you gonna?
Heck
Okay,
no.
there it is.
Team Swag. He was the best guild.
Wow.
It's gotta be.
That's a great name.
That is.
I didn't
Where's
make.
that hat that you had?
I didn't make this guild. It was someone made it for me. Let me see.
Smash your keyboard.
Whoops. Maybe it was just me who made that. That's fine.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and look at what we got.
It's awesome. My phone's ringing.
So I guess first thing we can point out is that the supply camp map marker now has a little shield, the guild icon next to it, so that you know it's claimed, but you can see which objectives are claimed just by looking at their markers on the map, right? There's a tower that's claimed and a supply camp, so...
And you can't click on these guys anyways just to see what their auto upgrade is and stuff like that, even though you don't own them or it's on a different team.
Yeah, if all teams have lost priority, you can actually claim from anywhere on the map.
Cool.
So if that tower had been unclaimed, you could just click on it now and claim it.
Nice.
It would warn him that he would lose his claim on the supply camp, because you could only have one claim per guild, per object or per map, right?
So you need to pick. You just can't go take everything.
Yes.
You have to share, you guys.
Yeah, gotta share.
So you'll see there on the right-hand side, there's timers to unlock Tier 1 and Tier 2. So the objective's not giving a lot of benefit right now so the idea is to encourage you to defend the objective for at least 10 minutes so that you can start slotting in cool upgrades, right?
And if you click on the actual slot, it'll tell you what is available to slot in that specific upgrade slot too.
So let's go ahead and cheat this so that we don't actually have to sit around and wait for 20 minutes to
We'll be
unlock
back.
things.
We're going to go for a walk.
Yeah.
What was it? This, and then what was the other thing? It was... You did. You used the magic, Tyler.
All right.
Come on,
Use
Tyler.
the
This
magic.
is Tyler's keyboard, so it'll go better.
Yeah. There.
Cheaty dev commands, not available on live.
Yeah.
You claim all the things.
Yeah, beautiful Doliac just ran by us. Majestic.
Is that what he's called? Is it Majestic Doliac? Is that an upgrade?
It is.
It should be.
You don't know
Holy
it. You don't know it, but it totally is.
But
All
he
right.
is majestic.
So
Give it a little
T-Bear has
crown.
given me the power. We have claimed it. We have
Yay.
sped up time itself. New thing for
Well, it makes up for
Berserker.
slowing it down before.
All right. So let's go ahead and look.
Just
what we got.
noticed another thing that we showed off there.
What's up?
We're trying out new announcements for displaying game state more. So when a team captures an objective, there'll be a map-wide announcement that's like, objective captured.
This is
Anvil
who to
Rock
go
has
after.
captured Durios Gulch or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's really cool.
If a guild claims an objective, it also does that.
So everybody would know that
Yeah.
Swag has claimed this.
And then at a more local level, when an objective upgrades, it'll announce that as well.
Oh, cool. Awesome. All right, so what do we want to show off, T-Bear? We got camp-specific stuff, so camp tactics. We have standard tactics, so I guess we should talk about that, too.
Yeah, so standard tactics are going to be available at every objective type. So you're going to be able to put Chilling Fog or Supply Drop at camps, towers, castle, or the keeps, right? Each slot has... there's specific upgrades go to each tier of each slot, right? So Tier 2 tactics have different upgrades available than the Tier 1 tactics.
Yep. And the same thing with these guys over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So go to the Tier 1 tactics.
Tier 1 tactics.
We'll just start slotting things
All right.
in.
Want to do some camp specifics all the way?
What should we see?
It's Invulnerable Doliacs, of course. Look at that guy. Look at that icon. What a beast. He just looks so invulnerable.
Kind of majestic.
Majestic,
Yeah.
even.
Chilling Fog's kind of exciting, but we could do Doliacs.
Well, actually, you know-
whatever's in your heart. Yeah.
Let's see.
I feel like Chilling Fog.
Chilling Fog? That
Yeah.
sounds pretty sweet. That
And
sounds
Hugh,
pretty sweet.
you're leaving. Just grab his chair and let King get back over here.
All right,
back,
so we'll go
Hugh.
ahead
Yeah.
slot this in. So we can do a couple different ways.
I know some players had questions on how that one works. So
Okay.
showing it off is probably
All right.
good.
No, I definitely want to do Armored Yaks.
Okay. Armored Yaks.
Do we have a... Oh, so look at this guy coming out. So we won't see this guy for 2 minutes, but there is a guy back there just sitting, waiting. We're about to throw some armor on that bad boy.
All right.
So that upgrade actually changes the look of the Dolyak.
I was thinking he's looking kind of skinny.
Yeah. Well,
All the fur's gone.
we had to shave
Hungry
all the hair
Dolyak.
off them because they're in the desert. We don't want them to
this is-
sweat to death.
So
I was totally concerned for the Dolyaks
Yeah.
and not like, hey, we need a place to put this pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we definitely do Dune Roller here because
Yeah.
this is something that's going
I
to.
would
Oh,
like to be
yes.
a car.
I would love to be a car.
My dream.
nice
The Guild
to
Wars
want
2
things.
dream.
All
To
right.
be a car.
So do we do Pack Dolyak or Speedy Dolyak? So Pack
Oh.
Dolyak also changes the way they look.
Yeah, all right.
Let's do
I'm
that.
game.
Packed. Let's see what they look like.
So let's go with that. All right. So now we got to wait a little bit of time, but why don't we while we do that? Oh, what is this? What? The
I love how
Tactivator?
shocked Hugh is by
Wow.
this stuff. I've never seen these
Tactivator.
before.
Is that like a tactic activator? Interesting.
Tyler, I love you.
Wow.
Wow, I see
Just-
what you did there. I do love the name Tactivator. It's just fun.
Yeah. I don't know what that localizes into in other languages, but it's great in
Vaughn's
English.
going to come in here and just hit you.
I love this though. I really like that I can see the icon of the tactic that I activate. It's really nice.
Yeah.
But Tactivator. Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah. I do what I can.
Thank you. I
Seriously,
it's the
Laura's
little
going to
things.
murder you.
I respect
but
it.
it sounds great.
also can't wait to show them the next thing we'll show later.
Sure.
But
sure.
we'll leave that one for later. We'll leave that one for a different time in the near future.
All right, so Tactivator.
Tactivator.
You
So we
can't
get-
just say it normally.
No, you got to give it a little oomph, a little
Yeah.
emphasis. So Tactivator.
I was going to name the interact to Tactivate.
You have
Is
to do
it
an
too
emote.
late?
You have to do an
I mean-
emote too of like a cheer,
Yes.
like
It's possible.
Tactivator.
Yes, seriously.
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
so let's see this one.
So we got to wait about another 50 seconds here to see
Nope.
this bad boy sit.
Do you just want to sing the Berserker song until then?
I do. I would love to sing the Berserker song, but after
can't.
my amazing showing, I don't know if I deserve to sing it. Like, it was definitely not a stellar performance I was showing off.
He's lying on the ground.
Yeah.
Berserker.
Berserker. Please kill me slower so I can sing longer.
Now, in real world versus world, if you were on Live Client, you would be running around murdering faces
Oh, yeah.
between now and then. You don't just hang out and do nothing.
Yeah, the big thing is like some of the tactics allow you to take them and go across the world and use those offensively or even defensively across the world. So we're like when we actually take the Dune roller, it's going to be pretty sweet to see that and be able to go over like objective and like fire at. And
All right,
use
so
that
that's
stuff.
giving you time to put it where you want to in the world.
Yep.
Awesome.
Why don't you bring up the UI again really quick?
Sure.
So in the upper right-hand corner is the public tactic activation checkbox. This is to
It's
allow...
a PTA.
Yeah. To allow any player, even those that aren't in your guild or don't have permission, to activate your tactics. Normally, we'd want to lock that because you don't want just random players firing off your tactic too
Right.
early. Because these all have long cooldowns,
we have
like
plans for those.
15-minute cooldowns, right? So the default behavior is they're restricted to guild members with permissions, but then, if you're logging off for the night or whatever, you just want anyone to be able to activate them.
So you
you're
can
welcome
set
to
it
do
public?
so. Exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Look at Ardoliak. He's got some armor on
And
now.
I'm
He's
sorry, I
ready
was
to go.
really distracted by Hugh slamming himself into the wall. So.
Yeah, I don't have my glasses. Yeah, I have my glasses. So yeah, you can
Try
see
another
he's got armor on now. Look at that, he's covering his
looks amazing.
sides, his butt, his face. He is ready from
Can you
all
go into
angles.
first-person view so we can see it really well?
Yeah.
do we
Let me go.
really
Let
wanna
me
see?
just hit
Can you
that.
just
Oh,
mouse
forget
wheel
it.
in?
Yeah, but I need to go to first person.
This isn't his.
Enable.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't his computer.
No, enable. Yeah, there we go.
Good
I'm
work.
sorry I asked.
Look at him. What a
Aw.
beast. He actually looks kind of sad. Actually, I'm sorry.
I think this is the double upgraded one because he has more supply.
Oh, he just got the
As a
upgrade. Yeah,
glorious
so now he
Dolyak.
got the extra pack on the side and the extra barrel on top. So this is, if you see this, you'll see he's armored and double
Yeah.
supply, which is pretty sweet.
Nice.
He's ferocious.
He's ready.
Ferocious. We've come up with like 5 new names for these Dolyaks.
so
We're going to need
good.
to figure out a way to
All right, so we're gonna have
Which is-
activate. We're gonna tactivate
Yeah.
activate.
Tactivate.
the.
You can't not do that.
Oh.
So these things are gonna come down. So any enemy that's gonna fight you in here is
Yeah.
gonna be permanently chilled.
So if you leave the area and team switching, you can come back in and sort of show
I
off
wanna do
what
that.
that feels like. Not sure if you're far out of the radius.
No
enough
pressure,
yet.
Hugh.
Running out of endurance.
All right, so this is now
All right.
an
So now if I'm trying to fight in here,
Okay, so now you have, while you're in this radius, while they're up, he has a chilling fog debuff on him, which periodically applies chill to him.
I'm not.
And these guys are out for a minute, so on a 15-minute cooldown, you can chill people sort of in the inside of the objective for.
Okay. Nice.
Oh man, yeah, that chill is deadly in World v. World, especially when it affects everybody. This doesn't have like a minimum target. Right?
Yeah.
It's just everybody.
It's just if
Yeah.
you're there.
So every 3 seconds, it puts a 3-second chill on all enemies in the area.
So if you're there, you're chilled.
Yeah.
It's not like up to 5 people.
So it's really a really defensive
Yeah.
thing. But
I mean, so you can pop some Connie removal, get a few seconds of freedom, so you can get out of the objective, or potentially fight while chilled the whole time.
oh baby,
What's this one?
yeah.
I mean, you can also do things where you like bait the defenders into using their chilling fog early and don't really commit your full force. So it'll be on cooldown for 15 minutes afterwards.
Let's see it from the side, because all I see is a giant wheel. So,
That's
that's
fail.
incredible.
It was fail.
Nope, it looked awesome. It still looked awesome.
Yeah, let's do
Can
that.
do some salt. All right, what is this?
This is the Dune roller transform. It's a mobile siege weapon. It's kind of like a weak, a less defensive Omega siege golem, like a faster one. So you can sort of, it fires rockets, does siege damage, can hit walls and gates. The idea is, you might have 1 or 2 of these on your side. I guess if you had all of the camps upgraded all for your team, you could potentially have 6 of these at one time. You can kind of drive around and do guerrilla tactics where you fire at it. If someone comes for you, you can race away. That kind of
Amazing.
idea.
So you can have 2?
So you can have 1 car per supply camp. Assuming you have 6 guilds on your team that have all upgraded their supply camps and have slotted this upgrade.
I just want to caravan of these things. Going across the desert, shooting missiles.
This is one of the more offensive guild climbing things where you'll see a lot of the upgrades are things that are more defensive. This allows you to capture a supply camp, hold it for 30 minutes, and then now you've got this cool upgrade that you can potentially siege a tower or keeps or whatever with.
How many days do you think people are just going to play with it before they actually start using it for its intended purpose? I mean, because we saw
All
you,
of the
and that's
days. All
totally
of the
what I
days.
would do.
Oh,
All
yeah.
of the
It's,
days.
Yes,
it's a
all of the
lot of
days.
fun. The big thing is, like Tyler said, it does use siege damage with its 1 skill.
Yes.
So it's very quick with the rush skill, with the jump skill, with the stun. It's got AoE burn fields.
Yeah, the triple rocket does siege as well.
Yes, so it's really, really, really good just to sit there and fire it off.
Can enemies kill it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, so it sets your health to 30,000.
Just running over everything. Invulnerable.
It has some passive regeneration, but if you're fighting more than 2 or 3 people, you're probably not going to have a good day. You're going to want to run away, and that's why we give you like the number 2 skill is an evade that rushes you forwards really quick. The smoke screen drops projectile blocking stuff, and then you have the leap as well.
Nice.
In theory, that's a combo finisher, so you can actually blast stealth on yourself.
Yes,
But
but I'm bad.
Hugh is not as skilled at it as.
No. And that should be.
He's having a really good time, though,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll forgive this.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
All right.
You actually move faster while you're in the car. You move at like max player move speed,
Yeah.
even in combat.
All right, so can you drive us to the next thing?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So I'm going to take us over to. Tyler and I already set up the tower with all the stuff on it, so we can kind of show off what it looks like. But one thing, actually, before we go any further, let's make sure we let people know that when you do use a tactic, it does go on a cooldown. It doesn't consume the upgrade. You essentially have it until you either lose the objective or slot something else in.
Yep.
Okay.
But you can see, like, it's on, I think it's 15-minute cooldowns for these right now. So that even though I use Chilling Fog, it's got 15 minutes, has 1 minute duration. So, it's got a pretty hefty cooldown, but the power is pretty impressive.
Look at it. Seriously.
And the same thing with the Doom Buggy. If I do lose the Doom Buggy or I die, then I lose it and I have to wait 15 minutes to get another one. But it's really strong, and you can only have one up essentially 100% of the time as long as you don't lose it.
Right.
Cool.
I was just thinking when you said that, I can't stop calling it a dune buggy in my head. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so let me switch guilds here real quick. Go from Hugh is the best. I think I was using guild cleaning test.
There's a lot of people in your roster that are the best.
I'm definitely very popular.
Well, your gate is glowing.
Why is my gate glowing, Tyler? What is this? Hardened gate, siege damage only. Oh,
Love how
my
shocked you
Wow.
both are.
goodness.
Wow.
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 Wow. Okay, so let's talk about what we got on here. What we can slot and what we do have slotted. So first thing, we're using standard tactic here, but it's we have the chill trap in here, or the chilling fog. Mm-hmm. Then we did put the
Hardened gates.
which makes it so they can only be taken damage by siege only.
Yep.
Okay. We put in the best,
Yeah.
the turtle banner.
The turtle band.
And we will talk about that here in a second. But then what else did we put? We also put iron hide on guards, which was hardened guards, because now they're hard.
No. Iron guards.
Yeah, they're hard now. Look at them.
Yeah.
Iron. Heart of iron. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
50% damage reduction on all guards. Does that include the Lord?
It does. It does.
Wow.
pretty
So
strong.
you're telling me the Lord now takes 50% reduced
Yeah.
damage.
But, you've got to compare that. Do you want your siege weapons to be
Oh,
hardened?
so what was the choice there? So it was hardened siege.
Yeah. You could make it so your cannons, mortars, and oil pods can only take siege damage. Or all your NPCs at your objectives. Take
Both
reduced
have their
damage.
pros and cons, obviously. The
Yeah.
siege is really good
Yeah.
when they're not in. The guard is really good
Yeah.
when they are in, because at least makes it on your
Right, and if you upgrade Hardened Siege and no one's defending your tower, it's useless, right?
Yes.
Like, it doesn't matter that you have Invulnerable Siege
Yeah.
or,
whatever.
It can't take damage from players
Yep.
if nobody's actually manning that siege.
Exactly. Okay, and then what else did we pick here? We took Invulnerable Fortifications, which makes all walls and gates invulnerable.
Yeah, so that's a 15-minute cooldown. It'll make your walls and gates all glow gold, and they won't take damage for a minute.
Okay. Well, actually, now that you say that before we show this last one, why don't we talk about one of the minimap changes to walls?
Oh, that's right. So we basically drew little cracks on the breakable walls. Just at a glance, you can more easily tell where are the breach points at the objective or shortcuts through the map.
The cracks indicate that.
Yes.
It's not you
Yeah.
didn't just draw cracks and yes.
Yeah. There's actually cracks in the walls
It's
you can
actually,
slide
we
through.
just drew it on the monitor.
Yeah. I literally was sitting here before we started with
Yeah,
pen
yeah,
and just
Yeah.
going through. No, but I think it's a really cool change because I think a lot of people, when they walk around these objectives, because they're so intricate nowadays.
Yeah, and they're also huge, right?
Yeah, this is a nice way to kind of look at them and see which ways you can actually breach these guys. So that kind of goes and that's what I'll look at, some of these guys over here.
We also put a bit darker outlines around the objectives, again, to call out the walls a bit more.
Yes, that was very nice, good. And that was feedback you got from one of the weekends,
Yeah,
right?
there's actually a massive change list coming for feedback from the last World v World stress test.
Yay!
I think either today or maybe next week sometime. Before the stress test, we'll put up all the changes that are in that client. So
Awesome. So if you guys helped out in the last one, you'll be able to see what changed from that.
Well, what's the last one we got here, Tyler? This is one of the ones that's specific, Tier 3 to Tower.
this is the Watchtower Upgrade. It deploys a spy balloon in the air with a radar dish. It'll actually mark enemy players on the map when they are too close to the
I'm
tower.
going to do a little fly, guys, so you guys can actually see it from if you were outside. So if I was a player, an enemy, and I was coming through, and I was on this side over here, and I'm running up to the tower, if I actually look at it, I could actually see that from pretty far away.
Yeah.
And think maybe not such a good idea.
I know when I'm walking into this, I know this tower has a watchtower.
Yeah, so you could team switch and show it off a little
definitely.
bit.
Definitely should.
Let's do that real quick. Let me see. I think I already have it on red team. Boom. So if I were to walk into this, I think I'm close. I think I got out of it. It would actually put maybe I was too close. Oh. Yeah, let me get all the way out. Looks like I was a little too close. So now, if I was to walk into it, it would put a marker on me that lets everybody on that team know.
Right.
On the
Hey,
map.
here's Hugh.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Tyler and I are going to go get a drink.
Yeah.
and
I'm
we'll be
sorry.
back. It's okay.
I went too far
Oh,
this
well,
time.
you got it.
I got it?
Yeah. So you got
Oh,
the
yeah.
mark on your feet. You got a buff on your window.
Marked.
The tower is
Does
tracking
it,
your
does
movement.
it feel like a buff?
It does not feel like a buff. But you can see, I can't see it, but the green team would be able to see me. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So green team would know. Anybody that comes here would actually be able to see all enemies. Look at that sweet logo I made.
Yeah. It's amazing.
God. I don't want to fight any more people. I don't want to look bad. But yeah, so that's a really cool upgrade.
Yeah. So if you want to drop that marking, you just actually need to leave the area again.
Get out.
Or if you capture the tower, all the upgrades will clear.
Leave me.
All right. So as soon as he gets out, that'll go away. It's not like you leave and then 30 seconds later it's gone.
Yeah.
Now, I also may, because I'm switching around and team switching.
Yeah. Stop cheating.
I may have broke
You're
it as well.
breaking all my content.
I may have broke it as
I
well.
could just keep saying cheating dev command is not available on live.
All right. So let's go ahead and go back to green team, and I will do one of these. To get rid of this guy from me. Okay.
Just
So
start shouting at him every time he tries to type in a dev command. Just
I'm just dev commanding it up right
Yeah.
now just to show off. I'm doing this
Just to mess him up.
for speed.
thank you,
But,
Hugh.
you know, obviously that upgrade's really good for adding strategic importance to towers, right? Because now people can't just sneak around your tower or completely bypass it. You're going to know if people are going around
Because there's a giant balloon going, hey.
Yeah, there's
hey.
someone there. The other thing, too, that you would do on one of the comment tags was you said one dude to go hit a door, which would put the crossed swords on, and then you don't know how many people are actually attacking that tower. With this, you're like, oh, it's just one dude hitting the tower. We don't have to worry about it. Or we know we have this much time before that person can actually get through.
Yeah, one of the upcoming changes is all sentry posts in the map will actually have this behavior by default.
Awesome.
Those single guards that were standing next to a flag in the middle of the road, they have more strategic importance now.
All of our
they
sentries.
have a small reveal radius.
Pretty sweet.
Nice.
Pretty sweet. All right, so let's talk about some tech. So we did already see Chilling Fog, but let's go ahead and fire it off on a tower and see what it looks like. Let me actually get close
Looks like
enough.
it hurt.
So you see it's all inside. Does it go outside as well?
Yeah, just slightly.
Slightly, but
I have to ask, did you steal those from Winter's Day?
Ooh, steel? That's
that's such a harsh word.
repurposed.
Repurposed?
Yeah,
Captured?
those drones were all sitting on a shelf somewhere
All right.
collecting dust.
And Tyler gave them a home.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here going, that looks so familiar. Why did... Oh! It, like, just hit me.
So pretty much, if you know they're about to breach your objective, you can fire this off, and they have to run through this all the way up to the boss and deal with it the entire time they're fighting the boss, which allows you as a maybe
Yeah.
smaller group to actually gain an advantage of
I mean,
against them.
if I was attacking this tower, I would probably try and pull back.
As soon as you saw it.
Let it dissipate and then go in. But
Yeah.
But if you do have an overwhelming force, maybe you just push through it.
But
anyway.
that's how strong it is, right?
You have a lot of guys doing condi removal constantly.
Yeah. All right.
Or
so-
resistance.
Ooh, resistance.
Yeah.
So then they just disappear, and now it's nice and warm again.
Yeah.
So let's do this one. I want to do tier 3 because I want to do tier 2 last because that was one of my favorite ones. I want to show that off.
Okay.
So tier 3, you can see.
These are invulnerable fortifications.
Fantastic.
So you do this. Let me blue. Oh man, I got a blink seal now. You can see it also changed the effect on the gate as well, so that way you know it's gold. Because before it had that kind of blue effect. When it's invulnerable, it goes to the gold effect.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, blue is the siege damage only effect, and then gold is the completely
Invulnerable to
invulnerable.
everything.
Exactly.
It's kind of like my character is gold. It's invulnerable to everything. It's pretty much the
That
same.
what
It's
it
pretty
was.
much.
Is that what it was?
It's pretty much what it was.
Except for those guards.
I mean, those
at
guards
the
were
supply
different. They
camp.
cheated.
Yeah.
They cheated.
Those guards were, you need to nerf
They were-
those
yeah.
immediately.
Maybe you weren't gold enough.
Yeah, it was.
That's-
The wings. That was the problem.
Yeah.
The wings weren't gold. That was it.
You need
It was the
gold.
wrong color
ones.
gold. Get him!
All right.
It's your Achilles heel.
That was my Achilles. They grabbed my wings. I just
Yeah.
fell.
Just keep punching them.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and go to the one that.
The
my
turtle
favorite-
banner?
My
The
favorite.
turtle
The
banner.
turtle
Oh, look at
banner.
that sucker just dropped from the
Wow.
sky. The heavens
Yeah.
gave that to us.
I'm excited.
Oh, so let's go over the skills. Let me just mouse over them so we can read the names
And
while we also
enjoy
do
them.
it. So first one, Shell Shock.
Shell shock.
So let's see what that looks like. Looks like a ground target, pretty big radius. What does it do? Prot to allies, weakness to
Nice.
enemies.
It's like a protection grenade.
Yeah, and it's 10 targets, 10 allied targets, and 10 enemy targets.
Yeah.
So this is really good. It's like a defense. I'm throwing green turtle shells right now. Look at that. Look at this. Splashing down on my... Like, remember we had, like, the chill? This is like the water of like, the equivalent. I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, it's water, and the other people are like, ew, what is this?
Yeah.
Slime. All right, what's next?
This is what's going to happen.
Shelter.
Shelter. Okay. What does
Shelter.
What does shelter do? Let's see what that looks like. Oh, it's a shell.
Wow.
Tur.
Wow. Water field, blocks projectiles.
10 pulses of healing. Oh, and what's
Low
that?
cooldown.
It's off cooldown already. Wow, so this is like a way I can protect myself with the shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That seems pretty
Release
good.
your inner turtle.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
You could have called it that.
No. That's
No.
not. But also, we didn't even say this.
We have a theme going on.
Yeah, we also didn't say this as well.
Oh, yes.
You actually have a break bar when you hold this thing.
Defiance bar.
Ooh, Defiance bar. Defiance. Okay, well.
For being PC.
That's true. PC. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. Now
Okay.
we've talked about that enough, because we got to get to the really important stuff.
Okay.
Saved by the shell.
Saved by the shell.
So we got saved by the shell. That gives everybody takes no damage for 5 seconds.
Physical
No
damage.
physical damage for
Still
5 seconds.
Still take condies, still get CC.
Yeah. 10 targets, allied targets. Let's see, just a little shell there. Boom. All of a sudden, we are saved by the shell.
I don't even care what they do. I just am excited about the names.
All right, let's keep going. because we have 2 more to
Is
go.
it just getting worse and worse?
Shell wall.
Shell wall.
Okay, all right. Is resistance, it's slow. It creates a little shell wall.
Hey, if you
here.
have a better suggestion.
I really don't.
Okay.
So you
But
can
give me time.
you can run through this and get resistance, and enemies that run through this gets slow.
Yeah, because slow has a turtle icon.
That is true.
Oh,
So-
nice.
It's important.
It's also
It
a
is.
water field.
Yeah.
Also another water field. It's good. Has a 1200 range, so you can throw this out for your allies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, let's talk about the last one.
Bombshell. Bombshell.
Okay. What does Bombshell do? Looks like he's got a long cooldown.
Yeah.
These are the long cooldown.
Giant spirit turtle summoned from the sky to
What?
splash down on your
do
foes.
it.
That is amazing. So 10 stacks of stab. What's the targets on this? I don't see it.
A lot.
I don't
It's a
see
lot.
I don't see a target on there. Does that mean it's
No,
5?
no. It's, I think it's 20
He's like
targets.
Tyler.
something
It's a
like
lot.
that.
Tyler,
It's a lot.
Hey, Tyler.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But you can also get 20 seconds of protection and 20 seconds of stability, 10 stacks. And it does damage. And it's 1,000 range.
Yeah, you
And it
called
was
it
a
down
lot.
on top of you, but you didn't actually need
Yeah,
to.
no.
Can you kill the cooldown and just do it again? Because it pleases me.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do like, whoa, look at that massive, like,
That's incredible.
look at that.
Yeah.
The worst comes to worst, we got shelter.
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 Was this
Yes.
you?
Perhaps. Perhaps.
The pun,
Yeah.
the pun master,
There can be only pun.
there can be only pun.
I was okay until then.
All right, what else? So we got the Invulnerable Gates. Is there anything else? I think that's all we really wanted to show off. But you can see
Yeah.
how good these can be.
Yeah.
Right? Definitely a lot more tactical play, right? You actually have to use these. The Tactivators can fire these off. And there's a right and wrong time. If you fire it off too early, you may waste it. But if you fire off the right time, it can turn the entire tide of a battle. Right? These banners can be taken outside of the objectives, used in the field. But how long do they last, Tyler?
So they last for 15 minutes, and they have a 15-minute cooldown. The idea is you grab one, you take it out, you attack an objective, fight off a force, but we want you to keep returning to your base. Like, it's the thing
Yeah.
your guild has claimed, so
Right, it's yours.
Yep.
sort of wanted to give you more reason to return to it, whether it's to help defend it. What? Ruby's
We
pointing
don't-
out cloaking waters.
This is my favorite
Okay.
because we were talking about this before we went live, and I was just saying that this makes me so happy to wander into the courtyard and think it's empty, and then 50 dudes come flying out of the fountain.
Yes.
Would please me.
Definitely. That's the
That- and
castle-specific one.
As long as they were on my side and didn't just fly out and murder me. It'd be great.
But that's what we got. We wanted to at least show off a couple. Some of the ones that you'll be seeing first, because like Tyler said, you're going to be, when you get your guild hall and stuff like that, the first thing you'll be able to claim is supply camps, then towers. So these will be the things you'll see probably the earliest in when hot releases.
Yay.
But, there's always the keeps and the castle as well.
Yeah.
If I am remembering right, 49 days.
49, what?
49 days until
That
Heart of
seems
Thorns.
too close.
Yeah,
It really does. Tyler's like, I gotta go.
Yeah. Well, just push it back. It's fine.
Yeah.
I will literally
Don't
not walk out of this
come
office.
to the
They will
office.
kill me. They will
He's
kill me.
kidding. It's not going to happen.
No, definitely not.
It's not okay.
Struggle.
All right. So there is a mega thread in the World versus World forums where you are talking to people, and you guys can discuss that further here.
What?
Tyler's like, why are you sending them after me?
Oh, yeah.
It was a surprise. Yeah, I mean...
I checked to make sure you had posted
Yeah.
before I said that.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
I mean, the blog post came out the other day, and
Yep.
so people had questions, and I popped in there to help answer
We
some
have
of the bigger
numerous
concerns.
questions. Yeah, so there's that thread there. You probably have a lot to do, especially now that I've pointed out that we have 49 days.
Yeah.
So thank you very, very much for coming on. You guys stick around. We have another episode of Bells and Missiles coming up, and then Hugh's going to talk about a build for some class.
Berserker.
There it is.
Daredevil.
Thank you.
Yeah.